first of two on this December Monday night. The Titans and the Dolphins underway from South Florida. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
You talk about this Miami defense.
They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Levis sets up to throw here.
That is caught and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Second down and 8. Now Levis. That one's taken in by Spears.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Henry up the middle. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the 43, here's second down and 7. Everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Levis now on second down.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher, and that's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
And he's taken down inside the 30. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Levis looking to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down.
Off the play fake, Levis. On the slant, DeAndre Hopkins.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 16. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they've thrown the football so much at a younger level now, way more so than what we saw when guys came into the league when you and I came through.
And also just the way, in particular to him, Charles, how he handles himself in meetings, just so professional, mature. It looks like he's been in the league 5 years.
Yeah, he cares about the game. He cares about his performance, and it's showing. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down and 6 now.
They'll run it again with Henry. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Levis.
This will be caught just inside the 10.
And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. they've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Spears will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll run. Here's Janovich, the fullback. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they'll see what they can do on third and goal. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. It's no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at the 20.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
So a holding penalty, and that'll send them backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
The Dolphins at 7-5 now in the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Tua sets up to pass it.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, well, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Second and 10. Out of the gun to give to Spears.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
First and 10. Here's Levis. This will go to Henry out wide.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw, it's Levis. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Levis back to throw.
That'll be complete to Alan Lazard. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On first down, they go with Mostert again.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Now Levis. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Zach Moss played prep ball 8 miles from here in Hollandale Beach. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. .51 yards on the punt there. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive linemen. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Tua now on 1st down. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Tua going to throw. That going to be caught downfield by Hill. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
41 Mike, 41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Hey.
And again, it's Tagovailoa.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
41 Mike, 41. Yo. Mike, good. Let's get this. 41's coming, 41's a Mike. Come on, baby.
Here's Tua. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Tua to throw again.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. And the Titans are going to have it here just past the 25. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. Pass to Lazard, bringing it in on the crossing route.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here's Levis. He'll complete this one to Okonkwo.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt.
Volk's kick is good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal. And
anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Tua wants to throw it on second down.
Tyreek Hill's got another one. Still going inside the 20.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 75.
And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Levis to throw it.
Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Levis to throw off play action. Short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now it's the backup Tannehill.
He gets this one to Burks.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
Complete to PHYLONEUS. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry
with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Levis will try to throw for the 2.
On the move to his left. It's caught at the 1. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
A-Chain on 1st and 10.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
In motion, Hill.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
A-Chain is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? 21G, 21G. Hey,
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami.
His 4th rushing touchdown of the year, his 5th overall. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. Sheds off the tackle. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Back now in Miami. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Levis out of the shotgun now. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was right for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Mostert.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
And he will finally be taken down at the Titans' 19-yard line. 112 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here's a give to Spears.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second and 7, operating from the 34. Running right, here's A-Chain. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 129 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Running left, it's A-Chain.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon A-Chain with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to widen their advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 24. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback. As everybody was up at the line of scrimmage, he just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Over the middle, he has Okonkwo.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Play action now. Levis.
It's complete to Hopkins. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Draw play. This is Henry. And he stopped immediately there. On the tackle there, Zach Sealer out of Ferris State. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
A 2nd down throw from Levis. Finds Lazard quickly on the slant. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Levis sets up to throw here.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Channing Tindall. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles, so the final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Miami, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the